Hey guys, Brett from Kitchen Table Commander here. Guilds of Ravnica pre-release was this past weekend and boy was it a blast. I played a regular 4-round pre-release on Saturday and a 3-round 2-headed giant pre-release on Sunday. This video will be the first of a 2-parter covering both of the events I played in. Did you play in a pre-release this weekend? Leave a comment below to let me know what events you played, what amazing cards you pulled, and how you did. While you're down there in the comment section, you might also want to hit the subscribe and like buttons. Just saying. With this pre-release, I decided to go outside my comfort zone and try out the new undergrowth mechanic. I don't normally play black and I don't normally go messing around in graveyards, but I had to see what all the hype was about. Also, Assassin's Trophy. Can't blame me for trying. Anyway, I opened a Zoni Thousand Eyed as my promo, and my seeded pack was nothing but value. Even the regular packs were heavy Golgari. The only thing is I wanted to include some Surveil cards to help fuel undergrowth at a faster rate. To do that, I had to include some blue in this deck. Speaking of the deck, I should probably get into it, huh? We are playing limited, so removal is key. Unfortunately, my pool was not. My removal package consisted of deadweight to get rid of small value creatures, or lessen the blow of a bigger creature if I couldn't deal with it. Disdainful Stroke to counter those big creatures, or the crazy combo pieces in Is It colors. Never happen to exile something from the hand before it becomes a problem, or graveyard in case they have recursion. Thought Erasure for hand attack and to surveil. Status Statue as a combat trick, or to get rid of pretty much anything that's annoying you. And Undercity Uprising to give all my creatures Death Touch with a bonus fight ability. This deck was more about getting creatures onto the battlefield or into the graveyard to fuel undergrowth, so the lack of spells wasn't really a big deal. Speaking of creatures, we have quite a list for a 40 card deck. Starting off with our 1-drops, we have Portcullis Vine for early blocks and gives us the option of sacrificing it to draw a card and increase our creature count for undergrowth. Hired Poisoner for an early attacker that also keeps your opponent from attacking for fear of losing their best creature. For 2-drops, we have Grappling Sundew for a bigger body and reach, plus the ability to give itself indestructible. Passwall Adept to make something unblockable. Swarm Guildmage mostly for its first ability. It may be expensive, but giving something +1/+0 and Menace for a turn can win games. But we'll get to that. 3-drops gives us 2 Dimir Informants to give us extra Surveil, Hitchclaw Recluse for added reach, and Plague Crafter to force your opponents to sacrifice a creature or planeswalker, or discard if they can't. I know this hits me too, but more often than not it won't hurt my strategy. At 4 mana we have Bartizan Bats for a flying threat, and Moonmarked Painter to give a creature +X/+0 and Menace until end of turn with Undergrowth. We have only one 5-drop and it's a Crawl Foragers. When it enters the battlefield you gain 1 life for each creature in your graveyard, and after that it's still a 4/4. Not a bad bonus. I know this is limited where the mana curves are low and the big creatures are few, but I got greedy. Like I said earlier, I opened a Zoni so I had to play her. Turns out making a lot of 1/1s to block with and maybe sacrificing them to draw cards and gain life is pretty good. On top of that, we had 2 Vigor Spore Worms. Yeah, I said I was greedy. A 6/4 that gives another creature Vigilance and +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the number of creatures in your yard. Plus it can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. Oh, I forgot to mention, this deck also includes Glaive of the Guild Pact, which gives the equipped creature +1/+0 for each gate and Vigilance and Menace. Do you see a pattern here? Cast the worm, either equip the Glaive or use the Guild Mage to give the worm Menace, and you have a creature that must be blocked by more than 1 creature, but can't be blocked by more than 1 creature. It makes your opponent scratch their head while they take 7 or more to the face. Our land was pretty simple. Since every pack has a guild gate in the land slot, I included 2 Golgari gates, 1 Dimir gate, and a Gateway Plaza to maximize the power boost for the Glaive. Other than that, I ran 6 swamps, 5 forests, and 2 islands. I probably could have gone with less land, but I had 1 round where I was not hitting my land drops. Oh, and I almost forgot that I included 1 Golgari Locket for some added fixing and card draw. Anyway, how did this deck do at the pre-release, you ask? I went 1-1-1, so not great. But in those 3, I faced Boros Aggro, Golgari Surveil, and Is It Burn. It didn't stand a chance against the Burn deck that included Niv Mizzet and Ral Is It Viceroy. Turns out his emblem is pretty strong in an Oops All Spells deck. This deck defeated the other Golgari deck and tied in rounds with the Boros Aggro deck, something I did not expect. Well, that does it for today. What did you think of the deck? I know it's not Commander, but there are some interesting cards in here that will be making an appearance in a future Commander deck. Also, how was your pre-release? Let me know in the comments. And I have to give a shout out to Waypoint Games and Cafe for hosting this event and letting me film. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. You'll be helping the channel. You can also help yourself by hitting the notification bell so you know the second we release a new video, which will be sooner than normal. If you want to help in other ways, you can check out our Patreon. Link is in the description. As always, you can find me on Twitter at KitchenTableCommand and on Instagram at KitchenTableCommander. It's been a blast, and I'll see you in the next video.